This is Tee to Green, Central Ohio's premier golf show. Now here's your host, recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award by the Southern Ohio PGA of America and Hall of Fame, the Fan's own Skip Mossick.
Well, this is a rare occasion where Skip Mossick is getting a much-needed weekend off. Just a real nice surprise. He's somewhere probably on the Florida Panhandle. He had an anniversary this week, so we wish our guy Skip Mossick well. I am Timmy Hall from Common Man and Timmy. You can hear that 3 to 6 every single weekday. I was not here this past week. I am coming off of a vacation myself, so I figured what better way to jump back into the pool than by talking some golf, because you know that when I go on a family vacation, there's little to no golf involved. It's not that type of thing. I feel weird about it. It's one of those things. I can't go out on a family vacation and feel comfortable taking my sticks. Typically, if I do that, I've done it before, but it would be one round and one round only. But then sometimes I feel a little bit of that added pressure if I were to take the golf clubs, like I was trying to escape whatever the activities were. So somewhere along the line, I think like the last 2 or 3 family trips I've gone on, I've just decided to leave the golf clubs at home. It's almost like a vacation from one of your big hobbies. I understand both sides. I really do. But I've found that I'm able to unwind and relax a little more if I take that break from golf every now and then, because as we all know, those of us that truly are married to this hobby, we love it to death. It is so embedded in our bones. Sometimes it's okay to take a little break from it. But, you know, it's one of the questions that I ponder and I think about all the time. If I weren't doing this, because if you didn't know, the other thing that I thought about doing for a living when it was time to fully take the plunge into this radio career, I had 2 jobs at golf courses and I had 2 jobs at radio stations. That's what the early days were like for me. When I was just getting done with college, I went to the University of Kansas, as you all know, finished up my time there and was trying to just make ends meet. So make as much money as you could and fill the schedule as well as you could. And I always had jobs at golf courses from the time I was 15 years old and had a worker's permit, because I just loved the game so much that I had to be around it. And I knew I wanted to be in sports radio or involved in sports some way, somehow. So that avenue became radio. It was the first thing that I got involved in when I was a student at KU. And that just happened to give me my path into my first internship, which was at a sports radio station, 610 Sports in Kansas City. So I've got a radio station in Lawrence, the radio station in Kansas City, a golf course in Kansas City, and a golf course in Lawrence. And I'm working 4 jobs, and I'm trying to stay involved in everything. And if it wasn't going to be radio, I was more than happy to take they call it the PAT test. Everybody that's in golf knows about that, the player ability test. You have to shoot a certain target score to start going down the road. You talk about a long path and a long journey. You got to get all these books. You got to take these tests. I think you got to fly to Florida. I don't know if you can do this online anymore, but there was a long list of things that you had to do to get certified to become a assistant golf professional, to be on your way to becoming a head golf professional. And I was ready to do that. If it wasn't going to be radio, that was the only other thing that was in my mind that I wanted to do as bad as this. And you know what? Sooner or later, you make that decision. I'm totally happy with it. I think it's worked out great. And I get to stay connected to golf as a hobby, which, you know what? Somewhere along the line, I knew I was only get to a certain level. I was only going to get to a certain level as a player. And you can talk about how much time you get to practice and how your job takes it away from you. And yes, to an extent, that is true. But you know, by watching some of the other great young players, the scores that these guys are shooting in high school now, being on a high school golf team, but not really being able to make it into the starting rotation to play in the tournaments. And I didn't even think I was that bad of a player at that young age, where I was shooting in the mid to upper 80s, knowing that I had a lot to learn and a lot to improve on. But that's just how it goes. You know, you kind of have it or you don't. But the fun thing about this game for me is to just continue on as you get older, I don't know if there's certainly some things with your swing mechanics and things that you pick up on along the way. You take tips from your friends. You take tips from pros that you've come to know at clubs that you've been a part of or places that you've played. And I think also it's just the growing up. It sort of settles you down, because I can't even say that I get to play. I don't play nearly as much golf as I did in my younger days when I was, working like crazy, but still, connected to golf courses. You work at a golf course to get the ability to play for free. That's the first part about it. Like that's why you do it. In part because you've got to play so bad. If there's daylight and you don't have anything else going on, that's what you do. So you play as much golf as you can and try to get your game and your scores as low as you can and then see where it goes. You're not going to play college golf, then whatever. Just keep playing, enjoy yourself, try to have fun. And for me, it's been a lifelong journey to just shoot par one day. And I haven't done it yet, but I still consider myself to be a pretty good player. Look, anybody that is under a 10 handicap, I forget what the stats show you, but you are in the top 10% of any golfer that plays this game. If you can break 80 every now and then, you are a really, really, really good player. So if you can do that, be proud of that. I spent so much time beating myself up and telling myself I sucked and that I wasn't any good at this game. That, to me, I think is the thing. As you get older, it's whenever you can figure out the attitude shift that has to happen to relax and play this game well and to be able to take a double bogey and then not throw everything else away on the front nine or the back nine, the entire round, whatever, and still keep going. You play less golf. That's how it's been for me, because you have a job, you have things that you're focused on, you have a family, you have all these things. I just talked about family vacation I'm coming back from. It didn't have any golf involved. And in part, that is my choice, too. So I think I'm on maybe 6 rounds of 18 all year, and we're in mid-August. Some of you guys that might be in your young 20s, mid-20s, you're single, you've got a job, you might be like, 6 rounds, that's what I played last week, right? Well, that's just how it goes sometimes. But still, I found a way, as I got into my 30s, now I'm 41 years old, to continue to lower my handicap each year that I've gone. I've actually had a little bit of a setback this year because it's been less golf than I would have anticipated, but still, I don't mind that. I think it's been learning how to relax, learning how to be comfortable, and that's how you sort of figure it out. And it's different for everybody, but that's how it's been for me. So we're going to take a look at what's going on in professional golf, and enough about me just yapping about my connection to the game. But I think that's what's fun about this sport for all of us, because it is the preeminent recreational game, right? We get to spend a lot of time out there, be outside, and hopefully have enough fun that allows us to keep coming back. But let's do some chip shots right now.
97.1 The Fans Tee to Green Chip Shots, presented by BMI Federal Credit Union.
All right, so we are in the FedEx Cup playoffs right now. There's been some changes to the FedEx Cup format here. Now, the big change is when we get to that last tournament, a lot of the golfers, and I had a hard time understanding why exactly they wanted to push for this, but Scottie Scheffler was on board with this, and a lot of other golfers were calling for it too. They didn't want to have that staggered start when they get down to the final tournament, when they get to the Tour Championship, as in Scottie Scheffler gets a lead, because he's performed so well over the course of the entire season that he gets that's his right. And the winner of the Tour Championship is going to be the FedEx Cup champion. So now they're taking that away. Everybody is just going to start where they start. They're still going to eliminate golfers from 70 to 50 to 20. That's where it's going to go. I'm sorry, did I say 20? I meant to say 30. You're shaving off 20 every step that we go. And so last week it was the Wyndham Championship, and I think this is interesting because Cam Young was the winner in the last tournament going into the FedEx Cup. And Cam Young, along with this other guy who's leading the tournament going into today, has been one of those guys that over the last few years we said, you're one of the best players out there that just hasn't won a tournament. And so Cam Young checked that box last week. And now it's Tommy Lad. That's right. Tommy Fleetwood. Tommy Fleetwood has, I think, 41 top 10 finishes, but has not been able to win on the PGA Tour out here in the States. He's won overseas. He's won in Europe before, but he hasn't been able to put it all together. And after 2 red-hot rounds, he is contending. And he talked a little bit about that on if he's going to feel that pressure and contending for his first PGA Tour title this weekend.
Well, we'll see. Happy to put myself in with a chance over the weekend. I think, this is exactly where you want to be and keep testing yourself. And, yeah, it hasn't happened for me yet out on the PGA Tour, but I would much rather be up there and not quite getting it done than not there at all. And who knows, maybe this week is the week and we'll see and we'll crack on from there. But, look forward to tomorrow first. Yeah.
You got 2 incredible Englishmen that are at the top of the leaderboard. So chasing Tommy Fleetwood, who sits at 13 under par going into today at the FedEx St. Jude Championship, first leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs, is Justin Rose. 2 guys I respect, 2 guys I really enjoy watching. I think I love these guys as people, too. I always say know who you know. I've never met either one of them, but on the surface, both of these dudes seem like they're very, very cool guys. Fleetwood, again, on 2 red-hot rounds. He shot 63 on Thursday, 64 yesterday. This is what was up.
To stay hot early on from what I had on the back nine yesterday. And it's one great round is, great, but to follow it up feels really, really nice. So they were, a faster start today. Then a bit quieter in the middle, and then it was like I got on a run at the end as well. So there was definitely similarities, but just nice to be in that, flow of things going for you. And I made, 2 or 3 great par saves today. And yeah, both rounds really felt like things, flowed at certain times. And that's, you want to make the most of that when that happens.
All right, Tommy Fleetwood, good luck to him. It's one of those things where what these guys face, how good of a player he is. Just because he hasn't won on tour doesn't mean that he's not one of the top players in the world. But there's just a thing where you've got to crack through. If you want to take that next step in your career, you do have to validate that with a win. And then maybe more are going to follow after he gets that done. So 3-shot lead. Of course, this thing is not in the bag. You've got a lot of holes left to play. We've seen this guy have leads on Sundays. We've seen this guy just a month ago, have a lead on the 72nd hole, and Keegan Bradley went and ripped that thing right away from him. So that's how it's going for Tommy right now. Best of luck to him the rest of this weekend. We're going to talk to my guy, Glenn Johnson. He's the director of golf at York Golf Club. If this is a course that you have looked at, it's private, but I know there's always ways to finagle that and to get onto a golf course in this town. It is one you definitely want to put on your list in Central Ohio if you have not played. We're going to talk to my guy coming up here. It's Tee to Green on The Fan.
If you consider yourself a Buckeye fan, you've come to the right place. This is your heritage sports talker and home of Ohio State Athletics, The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Are you looking for the best golfing experience in Central Ohio? Then look no further than the Virtues Golf Club in Nashport. The Virtues Golf Club was voted as the #1 public golf course in Ohio, and Golf Digest ranked Virtues as the 65th ranked public course in the country. Now offering on-site housing, the Virtues Golf Club is a modern design course mixed with classic features you'll love. Come see what's new and take in the scenery at Ohio's best public golf course. For more information, visit thevirtuesgolfclub.com.
Score a hole-in-one when you get a Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card from BMI Federal Credit Union, your CBUS Top Picks Best Credit Union for the past 7 years in a row. Enjoy credit card rates lower than the national average and special rates on balance transfers when you get a Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card. For more details, visit bmifcu.org/visa.
Newman Roofing is proud to sponsor The Fan and 10 TV's Beat the Heat Fan Drive. Help Ohio's most vulnerable residents deal with the extreme heat this summer. Purchase new box fans and take them to the nearest Franklin County Fire Station or buy online. For more information, go to lifecarealliance.org.
At United Dairy Farmers, peach is our most popular ice cream, and once you taste it, you'll know why. Now's the time to grab a UDF peach shake, malt, cone, or sundae. They're only here for a limited time. UDF peach ice cream, made for you.
When you're ready to sell your car, another reason to choose Hinder Motor Company is the easy, fast, fair, and hassle-free way to sell. This is Justin Hinderer. We pay top dollar for your vehicle, whatever the make or model, and no purchase is necessary. Consider trading and get even more toward your next vehicle. Drive in today and leave with cash or get a great deal. See why it's a pleasure doing business. Just visit HindererMotorCompany.com.
How many different ways can you consume morning juice? Let's see. Live on YouTube, live on the Fans HD3, podcast on demand, and on 10 TV Plus. And we'll send by you right to your house.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 8.
The Fan.
Parents, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Go for it.
We're listening.
Yeah.
Are your teens good with money?
She's a good kid,
she's the
but
best,
yeah.
but...
I get it. Switch to Huntington Bank, and your teen debit card can really help.
Oh?
You can set spending limits, and your kid can track budgets, so they learn that money doesn't, in fact, grow on trees.
I think we need this.
Sounds good, yeah.
We feel you, parents. Let's get more from teen banking. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Cash, moolah, greenbacks, toast, Skrilla, chips, bread and mold, cheddar, butter, loot and scratch. Find the lettuce, make a match. Lettuce, gravy, game on the back for $30. That's a wrap. There's many words for cash, no doubt, but there's only one $30 cash word. Check it out. Cash word from Ohio, lottery. It's $30, yo. Cash word, it's fun to go with millions of prizes, don't you know? Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Unlock big savings and add style and security to your home with high-quality Schlage door locks from Menards. Whether you're looking for a traditional interior lock or a Wi-Fi compatible electronic lock, Menards has you covered. With more than 200 options of Schlage door locks in stock. Save big on all door locks. And don't forget to check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Grown-ups, don't go back to school. Go forward through school into your future as an IT professional. Whether you're starting out, switching careers, or a veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you get into IT in just a few short months with no prior experience. So take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Your rewarding career in IT awaits. That's mycomputercareer.edu. An Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the VA benefits.
Now that we're done washing our balls, it's time to tee it back up. This is Tee to Green with Skip Mossick on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Timmy Hall is in for Skip Mossick today. I can't wait to get back to Common Man and Timmy Monday at 3 o'clock, but I figured what better way to come back from vacation than to talk a little bit of golf. This game that we love so much, that can be so difficult at times, but we keep coming back. I forgot to say in the first segment there, when going over some chip shots, we went over the FedEx Cup and how Tommy Fleetwood is the leader going into the weekend. He hasn't won on the PGA Tour. He is so good. He has accomplished so much at every single level. He just hasn't gotten it done on the PGA Tour in the States. This could be the weekend. The Corn Ferry Tour. That, of course, is the B Tour, and we always have a great event here in Central Ohio at Scarlet at the end of the season. It's one of their playoff events as well, and it has an impressive list of winners. Go back and look at that. Justin Thomas, Scotty Scheffler, before he blew up, they have won here on the Corn Ferry Tour in Central Ohio. Well, one of our great Buckeye golfers of the last decade, Neil Shipley, he has been crushing it on the Corn Ferry Tour. He is third on the money list this year. He's made over $500,000 playing golf on the Corn Ferry Tour. Good for him here in 2025. And so he is looking really, really good to get that PGA Tour card to play on the big tour next year. They are playing the Pinnacle Bank this week, and he's in the mix. He's tied for 36 right now at 3 under par. He's 6 shots off. We've seen what Neil can do in just one round, so that'll be interesting to see what he does the rest of the weekend. All right, it is time for some backspin. And we're going to talk to my guy, Glenn Johnson from Your Golf Club.
This is Backspin. Tee to Green Backspin.
Glenn, so good to have you on the program, man. How is everything going up there at the club this morning? Glenn has been at York Golf Club for a long time, And I've had the privilege to play out there for 6 years now. Gosh,
Yep.
I really appreciate you having me out there year after year, Glenn. It's been amazing.
Well, we love having you. You don't play quite enough, but we do love having you up here. It's always good to see you.
I know. What is the deal with having this career and not getting all that time on the golf course? But I know, Glenn, you working in golf, because that was the thing. I thought that was the other thing that I wanted to do in my life, but then I see guys like you hardly ever get to go out there and enjoy a nice round of 18 because you're working so much. You're working your butt off.
Yeah, it's one of those deals. You gotta make hay when the sun is shining, and that's kind of what we do. So from about the beginning of April for the next, I'd say, 6 to 8 weeks, we go hard. And, when I can play hooky and sneak out and play, I certainly try to do that. And, some years it's a little better than others, but I've actually played a little bit this year. Nothing competitively, but I've been getting on the golf course a little bit.
Well, that's great. I'm glad you've been able to play a little bit more. And that's the thing. Glenn, I'm wondering, and part of what I wanted to do here, in addition to talking about the club and what's going on up there at York, one of the great places to play here in Central Ohio, is to get some tips from a pro. Like, for instance, if there's some other people out there like me that have a lot going on in their daily lives, but you love the game so much, I know there's a lot of different ways to get your practice in. We have golf sims now, which you can get around in less than an hour, even when it's really hot out or in the dead of the winter. But as far as other things, too, practicing your short game, there are other things that you can do in the office or things that you can just do mentally to try to prepare for your next time on the course.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If I did have one little tip for you, if you want to try to play more, because this has worked for me. My wife now is back into golf after 22 years. After our son was born, she kind of put golf on the back burner, but she's back into it in a big way now. So that gets me out in the evening some to scoot around 9 holes. So that's a tip I'd have for you there, Tim. If you can get your wife to play, you might find yourself on the golf course a little more often. Oh, my God. I mean, I think we'd have to have a seance to be able to get my wife to play golf. I don't know if we could do that. You are truly a miracle worker. That would be something that would be incredible. I think for me, most of it is getting into that backyard. If you're able, like, there's all these companies out there that can do backyard putting greens. That was something for me that I actually got to put in. It was a week and a half before the pandemic rolled in and shut down the entire world. So it was good timing that I had something to do back there in 2020. But a way to just go out there and roll putts. And it actually comes back to bite me, because then when you have a bad day on the greens, people look at you and say, "Aren't you the guy with the putting green?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know. Who knew? It's different speed out here, guys." Yeah, it's a little different. But, you were talking about how you can prepare yourself if you're not playing a lot. And what can you do to give yourself the best opportunity for success when you do play? And I'm a big believer in plan conservatively, swing aggressively. If you're constantly out there trying to pull off shots that have less than a 50-50 chance of being successful, I think, it's very difficult to put a confident swing on a high-risk shot. But when you're planning conservatively, giving yourself, just working the numbers, working the percentages, very easy to swing aggressively. So that would be my big thing for someone who's not playing a ton, but still wants to figure out a way to get around the golf course in as few strokes as possible.
You know what? That's actually such great advice, because a lot of people that will go out there and you know that you're a certain level of player. You want to have a lot of fun, so maybe you're a longer hitter, but your scores aren't as low. You get that chance for a par 5. You are just John Daly gripping it and ripping it, right? And
absolutely
your advice right there gives you sort of the opportunity to do both in the same round. Like you pick that side of the hole that's the smartest side of it, that has the least amount of trouble, but you still grip that club and take a good aggressive cut, because nothing good happens for the average golfer when you're trying to guide it out there.
Right. Exactly. But the other side of that coin is, if you're not playing a ton, and you get out on the golf course, if I don't know if I'm going to play for 2 weeks, I might try to pull something off, but it's going to be better to just kind of pump the brakes a little bit and stay conservative and when you put out on 18, I think you'll find that the results will speak for themselves.
That's awesome. Glenn Johnson is the director of golf up at York Golf Club. It is a gem here in Central Ohio. Tell us what's going on at the club, how I assume membership is still full, but there's always ways to get on the list, to call you guys up, come and see the clubhouse, see the course, get a practice round in. What's the latest up there? Just turned 100 years old a couple seasons ago.
Yeah, last year was our 100th anniversary, so we celebrated that all year and had a wonderful time doing that. And we're on a little bit of a wait list now for membership, but we're taking people onto the wait list. You know, your guy Brian up here is wonderful at managing all that stuff. So anybody that's interested and wants to kick the tires, reach out to us. We're happy to talk with you. So, but no, the club is doing well. 100 years. I feel like maybe I've been here for just about all of them, but in truth, it's only been about 24. I think I'm finishing my 24th season this year.
How would you, for somebody that hasn't played York, how would you describe it to somebody? What's different about this one than some of the other courses here in Central Ohio, both private and public?
So we're on a smaller footprint. So, in fact, as I'm talking to you now, I'm looking at 16 green, 17 fairway, 15 tee, 14. So I'm standing. You can probably picture where I am on that hill back behind the clubhouse, just kind of looking down towards the Olentangy River.
Oh yeah.
But it's a demanding shot maker course in the sense that the fairways are pretty narrow and the greens are very small. I mean, 100 years ago they just didn't build the greens complexes that we do today. So, it's not necessarily difficult, but it can be a challenge to hit a lot of greens out here. So you're going to want to have your short game working for certain. And the other thing is that we're on a piece of property that you just don't find around here in Central Ohio, because we run up and down hills, and, we play out to High Street up top for most of the front nine. Then we play down to the river, and there's some really good elevation changes out here. And as a result, the course ends up playing a lot longer than its yardage. So it's probably the longest 6,500 yard golf course that you'll play.
It is really a fun course, and that's what I keep telling people about it, and you just illustrated it really well. It's not the longest golf course, but boy, can it beat you up, because what it lacks in length, it makes up for with some of the placement of the trees and the greens and the speed of those greens. And if you get above the hole, it's like you say in a lot of, big-time golf courses, it is a dangerous place to be above the hole.
Exactly. And it's easy to get above the hole because the greens are, our greens on average are probably about 28 paces deep. So, you get a front pin, there's a good chance you're going to be above it.
Glenn, are we going to be playing golf after Christmas this year? I feel like we get those. I think we had that opportunity last year. I think there was golf on Christmas Day.
It was, yeah. I mean, it seems like every year, it seems like we need to shift the calendar 1 month to the right. And because we're playing a lot more in November and December than we ever did, and it feels like we're playing less in March than we used to. So we fully expect to be going full speed in November, and the diehards we'll have out here in December. So we got a lot of golfers out here. York is a golf club, so only golfers are members here. So they go when it's if it's above 40 degrees, they go.
Hey, that's the other great thing, too. Country clubs are fine, but York is a golf club. We play golf up there. There's no tennis. There's no swimming. We play golf when we go up there, and we got a nice little grill as well to get some good food when we're done. Glenn, I can't wait to get back up there soon and log another round. Thank you for everything, and thanks for the tips as well for all of us out here today.
Absolutely. My pleasure. Thanks, Tim.
All right, Glenn, have a good one, my man. There he goes. Glenn Johnson, director of golf at York Golf Club. We keep things rolling here. We're going to go on the range when we come back. It is Tee to Green right here on The Fan.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Looking to up your golf game this summer? Swing into the Fairway, Columbus' premier indoor golf facility, featuring state-of-the-art TrackMan simulators, a spacious clubhouse vibe, and world-class service. It's the perfect place to play, train, or host your next event. Choose from over 350 courses worldwide, or fine-tune your swing with TrackMan's advanced range options, the same tech the pros use. Located in Upper Arlington, skip the long drive and grab a summer range pass today. The Fairway, golf elevated. The season may be winding down, but there's still time to make the most of Buckeye Lake. At Buckeye Lake Marina, we have year-end deals on boats, accessories, and more to get you ready for next year's adventures. The Buckeye Lake Marina staff is there to help you find the perfect boat at unbeatable prices. Buckeye Lake Marina has a long list of satisfied customers, and you want to be the next. Don't wait. Sail into savings at Buckeye Lake Marina before the year ends and find the boat that's just right for you. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com for more.
Score a hole-in-one when you get a Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card from BMI Federal Credit Union, your CBUS Top Picks Best Credit Union for the past 7 years in a row. Enjoy credit card rates lower than the national average and special rates on balance transfers when you get a Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card. For more details, visit bmifcu.org/visa.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS for Kids.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Bishop and Friends.
The Playboy party school list, Boulder was always up there. You know, it was up there with Madison, with Athens, I should say.
Reading the articles.
Well, that's what you're there for, right?
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Seller.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with the team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-507-5193. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-507-5193. That's 800-507-5193. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Make back to school a good deal better with breakfast essentials and back to school supplies from Meijer. Start the day with low prices on Meijer brand favorites such as Toasted Oats Honey Nut Cereal, Cinnamon Applesauce, and Meijer brand Chewy Chocolate Chip Granola Bars. Then stock up and save on supplies for $1 or less, like Meijer colored pencils, Meijer 2-pocket paper folders, and 10-count Crayola markers. Plus, all backpacks are 20% off. Heading back to school with what you need to succeed. That's the good life at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
I'm meteorologist Aaron White here with your 10 weather impact forecast for today. We're tracking sunshine and rather toasty temperatures up to around 90 here for this afternoon. We'll see more of the same, but a few more clouds as we head into our Sunday. Mostly sunny and a high near 90 degrees. Thankfully, the humidity will be on the lower side here for the weekend, but it will be rising as we head into next week. Still looking at highs into the upper 80s to lower 90s, but with the humidity, we are also tracking the chance for showers and storms here by Tuesday and Wednesday. And that's a look at your 10 weather impact forecast here on 97.1 The Fan.
You are listening to Tee to Green with the fan Skip Mossick. Skip Mossick. This is Sports Radio 97.1 The Fan.
Skip is on his rare vacation day this weekend, folks. I'm Timmy Hall, another one of our in-house golf fanatics here at the radio station. I feel like we have so many golfers here now. And now we've even brought the common man to the dark side, where he is basically an honorary golfer. He has too many back issues, and he's never played golf, and he's in his mid-40s, so I don't know if we're going to get him to actually start to play. I truly would. If he didn't have the back issues, I would be relentless, and I would not sleep. I would not stop until we got common man playing real golf. But at least we have him dressing up like an actual PGA Tour player. We have him coming to work in full golf regalia from time to time, to where I'm quite displeased about this. And I wanted to bring this up a couple of weeks ago. I'm disappointed in myself because with my golf apparel game, I have golf clothes coming out of all orifices. Like it's crazy. I open up my closet. I have too many golf polos. I have too many quarter zips. I have too many pairs of pants, too many pairs of shorts, multiple pairs of golf shoes. It's great, right? It's wonderful. I cannot go head to toe in the same brand. And if you really want to do this right, I feel like you got to do that, right? Are you being Adidas boy today? Are you being Nike boy today? Are you being Puma boy today? What are you being? I can't currently do head to toe and all of that. There's always something that is missing. Oh, I don't have that belt. Oh, I don't have an Under Armour hat right now. I've got the pants. I've got the shoes. I've got the polo shirt. There's no Under Armour hat. I've got a Puma hat. I've got a Puma quarter zip. I don't have a pair of the pants. I've got the golf spikes, but there's always something missing. So I give credit to the common man for going that far and getting into it. But as far as here at the station, of course, if we did a little ranker of it, I'd like to think that I'm somewhere hovering in the top 3, and this fluctuates. Again, like I've gotten my handicap number to dwindle in the last 4 or 5 years of my life here, but I've taken a step back as a player this year. It's been good, getting better. I was at my best. I think I had my number to a 6.1 was the lowest it ever was. My goal is to get somewhere down near a 5, but that's not happening right now. And I'm closer to a 7, and I'm probably playing more like a 10. That's the one thing about the handicap number that is flawed, because it takes the aggregate of your last 20 rounds or so, but how much time has that been since you logged your last 20 rounds? Maybe there is something in the algorithm that cuts it off if it's been more than a year or two. I should have asked Glenn about that, our pro at York. He would know. I don't know that. But the number that it says there on my app, I know because 6 rounds all year, I'm not able to consistently go out there and do it. So it's a disservice to me. It's sandbagging in the wrong direction, basically, is what that is. It says that I am a better player than I am right now. But I do think I'm somewhere in that top 3 guys here at the station that can go out there and possibly just win the round. Anthony Rothman is the gold star golfer as far as ability, consistency, shot making off the tee, putting it in play. He's always been that dude. Beating him straight up is a special feeling. And not many get to appreciate that and understand it. But he's a great golfer. He's really good. Beam has gotten better and better ever since I knew him. When we started to play, he was in his early days of even playing golf, I believe. When we kind of started to play together 12, 13 years ago, he was terrible. But he even had a couple of birdies while shooting like a high 90s round. And so you saw the ability that was there, and then little by little, he becomes such a better player. And that's been awesome to see. So he's up there. Scotty Vegas is a guy from On the Money that you guys have heard. He filled in with us on Wednesday. He's gotten a lot better. He's the guy that will always say he's a 15 or a 16 handicap, but yet he's like a 9. He's like a 9 or a 10, and he always has been like a 10, 11, or a 12, but he's sandbagging in that way where he's going to try to steal your money, where that makes sense because he's the big degenerate gambler of the family and hosts On the Money. So he's another one. We got a lot of our guys up in the sales staff, Evan Blankenship and Jeff Pavlino and Brian Hogue. These guys all love to get out there and play. But I feel like that's a lot. I feel like most stations you would go by, there's maybe a couple of guys that are into the game. But here, and obviously I didn't feel like I had to mention Skip Mossick. He is just he's the godfather of golf here, doing this show, getting out there. I played with him earlier this season. He still has a nice tee to green game. That's the show, right? He should, right? But he can drive the ball without having that distance He drives the ball consistently, hits that nice little 5-yard draw, which is just such a beautiful swing for a righty to have. So it's fun to get out there and play with Skip. But everybody here at the station, we're always trying to get better. We're always talking a little bit of trash, and we're always having a lot of fun with the game. That is what it's all about. We're going to go on the range real quick.
You are listening to Tita Greens on the Range.
I did want to remind you guys, too, that special prize pack that is here every single Saturday, it lives, baby. That prize pack is going to be going out, and we're going to give it away here soon. We've got the round of golf, the pack of rounds, I think it's a 4-pack, to the Virtues, which is unbelievable. One of the best places to play in Central Ohio. You take a little hour trip out east here, and I haven't played there in the last year or so, but there was a time, 5 straight years, we'd go out there at least once and have a hell of a time. It's an unbelievable course, great views. We've got some gift cards to our friends at the Fairway Columbus. I've been out there a few times. Great people. You talk about golf sims, the bar, the food program they have. That place is outstanding, and some golf balls from our friends at Titleist. So it really doesn't get a lot better than that. That's a hell of a prize pack. We got our tip today from a real pro in town. Glenn Johnson, my friend at York Golf Club, the director of golf, does a good job running that place. His great advice for today was play conservative, swing aggressive. Now, you picture that, what that means. Take wherever the trouble is on the hole that you're playing and try to, I always say use the swing that is working for you that day too, whether you're fading the ball, whether you're drawing the ball, use that. Whichever way, maybe you're closing your club face a little bit and that's happening that day. Again, we're not scratch players. Go with that for the day. But to swing aggressive, it means not slow your swing speed down, commit to the shot, try to make solid contact, but keep your sight lines and keep your aim points on the side of the green or the side of the hole when you're teeing off where the least amount of bad stuff can happen to you. And I think that's great advice. I couldn't wait to try this thing out. I wanted to play this for you because this comes from an actual tour pro, a guy that has won major championships. And I love his accent so much because he's a good old Irishman. And that's Paddy Harrington. Padraig Harrington had this advice about trying to take a tiny little step with your left. If picture being a right-handed player. Sorry, lefties, but I'm going to use your left foot as your front foot and take a tiny little step while you're going into your swing. And he broke down a little bit on the why for that.
A lot of times when people are practice swinging, you'll see pros, they'll start forward and they'll have a little step. It's much more natural to step. If we were going to throw a ball, we'd step, okay? Always you'd be stepping. So essentially it's a good practice to hit shots when stepping. You should be able to do that and not feel like it's really alien or uncomfortable. So you've got to practice it until that feels pretty normal to you. What you will find, especially if you were an athlete as a kid, if you played sports, you will find that movement will free you up, will give you a lot more of the separation that we talk about, will get you left like they all talk about.
Hearing that advice from Patty, and it made me remember something that he went viral over on social media a few years ago and it wasn't specifically about the swing, but what he's saying there makes a lot of sense. I hear that a lot if you're having trouble transferring your weight, because a lot of times with an amateur golfer, you want to dip your shoulders down. I love how, if you're not watching us on YouTube, I'm actually doing these motions right now. It's impossible, right? I have a pen and I'm gripping the golf club and I'm trying to, Adam Latek, who's our producer this morning, can attest to this. I'm turning my left shoulder in, but you want to dip your shoulders down before your arms come down. And that's sort of natural, and you don't want to do that. So when you practice throwing a ball, he's right. You have to step with that front foot to make a natural throwing motion. I've heard Ben Hogan talk about that before. One of the best swingers that one of the best players, and one of the prettiest swings the sport has ever seen. He will talk about that, throwing the ball to sort of get that step through and getting you to turn, right? Instead of dip, you want to turn and transfer that weight. So I hadn't been able to get to the range since I heard that from Patty. But for a guy that, what did he win? 3 major championships? I think he got a second Open by the time it was done. Yeah, he won back-to-back Opens, 07 and 08, and won the PGA Championship in 08. That's a hell of a 3-year stretch. 3 major championships between 2007 and 2008. But Patty, the thing he went viral for was talking about when you bring your kids out to the golf course. And it was just so cool to hear him talk about that. When your kids are young and they're interested in the game, do not try to make it so much about golf when they're 5 years old. When you're first getting them in there, make it be more about being with mom, being with dad, having some drinks, being around each other, sort of the hanging out aspect of it, because it is a game that is so tough, as we know, for parents that have gotten our kids into the game and maybe they latched onto it or they didn't. It can be a very, very difficult game if you don't have the patience for it. And that part of it can tear you down and beat you up. And that's the biggest thing about it. But if there's always some light at the end of the tunnel, whether it's the burger that you get in the clubhouse after it's done, whether it's going to Mickey D's after it's been a nice hot day of practicing or playing, those are the kind of things that you can make it more about than just the golf itself. We're going to give away that prize pack. And hey, Scotty Scheffler at a podium just continues to be a thing that gives and gives and gives. And I will show you why next. It's Tee to Green on The Fan.
A lot has changed in 30 years, but we're still that old shoe that feels worn in and well-loved. And well, we smell a little, but you've accepted that. The Fan.
Dear McDonald's, your breakfast menu, fire. 10s across the board. I could be happy with anything, even though I ordered the same thing every time. Thanks for not judging me. I'll try something new next time. Maybe.
For a limited time, you can enjoy a savory sausage McMuffin with egg meal, including golden hash browns and a small hot coffee for just $5. Price and participation may vary.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain, and it's the Toyota National Sales Event all month long at Toyota West. With over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of no payments for 90 days, and every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. No payments for 90 days. Deferred payment. Interest accrued at time of inception with approved credit. Expires 8/31.
Hugs from patients like Patrick. It's something QC Kinetics medical professionals experience every day.
I hugged them. You should hug somebody who does that for you. They gave me my life back, and I really didn't know where I was going to go because I was definitely afraid of having a knee replacement done.
No surgery, no downtime with QC Kinetics regenerative treatments. They give patients relief from joint pain using their own healing properties to repair and restore damaged tissue. And the results? Well, that's why we see a lot of hugs at QC Kinetics.
Everything is back that I thought I was never going to be able to do again. I'm still smiling, and sometimes it gets emotional. I get a tear in my eye because of how I was before I went in there.
Those smiles and hugs never get old at QC Kinetics. It means patients are finally getting relief. And now it's your turn. Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation and see if you're a good candidate for these amazing treatments.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Get enough of your favorite fan content? Good news, we're on all the digitals. Follow 971 The Fan on X, Facebook, YouTube, The Talk, and Gram. Your digital home for endless shenanigans. The Fan.
1-800-GOT-JUNK does two things differently.
We repurpose a lot of the junk we haul away.
So the donatables get donated to a family that needs them, and the recyclables get recycled.
Your neighbors are happy, and the planet is healthy.
What's number two?
We have enough trucks that we can come the day you call us.
1-800-GOT-JUNK is the world's largest junk removal service.
And that's good for your neighbors, and for the planet.
And for you, because we can come the day you call us.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Burnt out, foggy, running on caffeine and willpower? It's time for a reset. Hydrate Me Med Spa brings next-level wellness to Central Ohio with medical-grade IV drips, NAD+ for brain and energy support, and ozone therapy to detox at the cellular level. This isn't just self-care, it's a system upgrade. Feel sharper, sleep deeper, perform better. Now open in Dublin, Grandview, New Albany, and Granville. Book your drip at hydratememedspa.com.
When you're ready to sell your car, another reason to choose Hinderer Motor Company is the easy, fast, fair, and hassle-free way to sell. This is Justin Hinderer. We pay top dollar for your vehicle, whatever the make or model, and no purchase is necessary. Consider trading and get even more toward your next vehicle. Drive in today and leave with cash or get a great deal. See why it's a pleasure doing business. Just visit HinderMotorCompany.com.
Unlock big savings and add style and security to your home with high-quality Schlage door locks from Menards. Whether you're looking for a traditional interior lock or a Wi-Fi compatible electronic lock, Menards has you covered. With more than 200 options of Schlage door locks in stock. Save big on all door locks. And don't forget to check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Yeah, sure. You're a 20 handicap when there's money on the line. A sandbagger's paradise. You're listening to Tee to Green with Skip Mossick on The Fan.
Hey, I was just talking about it. A rejoin made for Scotty Vegas. How about that? I'm kidding, Scotty. I'm kidding. But no, I'm not. You know it's true. Timmy Hall in for Skip Mossick here today. I told you about that unbelievable prize pack. Titleist golf balls. We've got the pack for rounds at the Virtues, which is incredible, and some scratch for Fairway Columbus. Beautiful indoor golf center that I've been out to a few times there. Great people running that place, too. So 821-9710, punch that in. 821-9710. Adam, let's go with caller number 9 for that wonderful prize pack. And thank you guys for listening to Tee to Green, the place for golf here in Central Ohio. Now, Scotty Scheffler is the world number 1. Even if he's not the world number 1, I'm still just going to call him the world number 1 because he's that good of a player. And the run that he's on, I'll even throw in his performance on Happy Gilmore 2 as part of the run that he's on. I thought he was easily the best current golfer because there were some elder statesmen guys. Jack Nicklaus had a good couple of lines. He had the Arnold Palmer line, but Scotty and him being in jail and seemingly not wanting to leave, his one-liners, his deadpan humor, it was pretty good. I thought, between Bryson and Brooks and Rory and Xander, Morikawa, Scotty Scheffler was easily the best current golfer in Happy Gilmore 2. But he was asked this question going into the tournament here this week about the last, and it's funny too. I don't know. I would have never thought to ask him this kind of question, but you know how the saying goes, the rich get richer. When you're rich and famous, you don't really have to pay for a whole lot of stuff, but they're the ones that actually could afford to pay for a lot of this because he has more money than he could ever know what to do with. We did all this talking about how these guys don't have enough rights. They can't make enough money, make their own schedule. We got to go do the live golf thing to get everybody paid more. And then Scotty goes and makes, I believe it was over $100 million in 2024. And a lot of it was on the course. Sure, he made a ton in endorsements, but I think 60% of that was on the course with the $30 million FedEx Cup bonus, all the other winnings he had, signature events. You can give Liv a little bit of credit for pushing them to get those signature events done, but they could have done that without it. Oh, hold on a second with the music. Kill the music 1 second. 1 second here, because I want to give you Scotty on the last time he had to pay money to play golf. This was Scotty.
Last time I paid for a round of golf? It's been a while. I remember the last time I didn't get to pay for a round of golf, and one of my buddies in the pro shop had to pay for the round of golf. That was pretty funny. We kind of walked into the pro shop at a local public course, and I knew the pro there, and so I was like, "Hey, Scotty, how you doing? Great to have you out." And I was like, "Hey, man, I'd like to, just pay for the round. We're teeing off at 2." He's like, "No, you're good." And my buddy was like, "Oh, thanks, man. That's awesome. Appreciate it." He's like, "Actually, you got to pay." And it was probably 5 years ago, and we still laugh about it this day because he was so excited to get the free round, and the pro was like, "Actually, you're still paying, buddy."
Still got to pay. The buddy has to pay. Scotty Scheffler, because he's Scotty, does not have to. So unbelievable stuff right there out of my guy, Scotty Scheffler. That's how it goes. Who was it right now? Who was our winner again, Adam? Drew from Kirkersville got it done. Now you can play me out here. I had to get my Scotty Scheffler bite in over our music right there. But it was so much fun. I hope you guys are going to have some great fun out there wherever you're going to play this weekend. Whether it's today, whether it's tomorrow, whether you got some days off early next week, I hope you get some time to head out onto the course, crack a few beverages, and try to lower those scores. And you know what? If you don't want to take any of the advice that you heard from our guy Glenn Johnson, our director of golf at York Golf Club, who joined us earlier, which was play conservative, swing aggressive, then you know what? Just go with that John Daly method and just go out there and grip it and rip it. For Adam Latek, we've got Fan Sports Saturday coming up with Pat Murphy and Eric Reeser. This has been Tee to Green. Skip Mossick will see you next week.
All the Ohio State conversation you can handle. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
Your Ohio State flagship station. The Fan.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-507-5193. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-507-5193. That's 800-507-5193. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Columbus, the Blue Jackets schedule is out. And you can lock in your seats with ticket plans starting at just 11 games. Don't miss a moment of the action. Visit BlueJackets.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at RunyonDentalGroup.com. That's RunyonDentalGroup.com.
I have a buddy who's going to be popping the question soon. He's planning everything out. He asked me, can you help me out with the ring? I said, of course I can. I've got a guy, Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Now you talk, Bob.
Hi, I'm Bob Capace. I'm your guy.
Go in, see my friends at Worthington Jewelers, tell them I sent you, and you'll get the true VIP experience.
I'll treat them better than I treat you.
That's not hard. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com, where Columbus gets engaged. And tell them Common Man sent you.
Discover uncompromising quality at a reliable price with Giant Eagle in Market District. Look for signs throughout the store highlighting lower prices. Surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle. Experience value like never before. Visit Giant Eagle today to see how easy it is to save.
Lenny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Newman Roofing is proud to sponsor the Fan and 10 TV's Beat the Heat fan drive. Help Ohio's most vulnerable residents deal with the extreme heat this summer. Purchase new box fans and take them to the nearest Franklin County fire station or buy online. For more information, go to lifecarealliance.org.
Unlock big savings and add style and security to your home with high-quality Schlag door locks from Menards. Whether you're looking for a traditional interior lock or a Wi-Fi compatible electronic lock, Menards has you covered. With more than 200 options of Schlag door locks in stock. Save big on all door locks. And don't forget to check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Skyline is introducing a new chicken chili. Come get that world-famous Skyline flavor you love with a new protein option. Try the new Skyline chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. At Columbus Skyline locations only while supplies last.
Common Man here for Universal Windows Direct. Are your leaky windows costing you money? Yes, they are. Right now, when you call my guys at Universal Windows Direct, you get payments as low as $99 a month or 12 months with no payments and no interest. Seriously, upgrade your home now and relax until next year. Call now and get a free in-home window and energy assessment. Choose the payment plan that's right for you. 614-502-5220 or go to universalwindowsdirect.com. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
At Dick's Sporting Goods, we have always believed sport has the power to change lives. Community happens here. Change happens here. Sport happens here. Introducing the all-new Dick's House of Sport, bringing new experiences, new services, and unrivaled selection from the top brands to a new place Polaris can call home. Featuring a rock wall, a HitTrax multi-sport cage, and 3 golf hitting bays. Dick's House of Sport at Polaris Fashion Place. Grand opening celebration August 15th through August 17th.